Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're going to be touring my pollinated garden and we're going to be planting a few things today. Now first we're going to take the time to go through the pollinated garden before I add anything else to it, and then we're going to take some time and go through the plants that I am going to be putting into the garden. Now first let me say I am speaking to you directly through no mic or anything. I'm not mic'd up. I have ordered several mics for my phone. I normally record with my phone and they're not working with my phone. I don't know if it's the phone. It is one of the new phones, so I don't know what's going on and I gotta try to figure it out. So far I haven't figured it out and I took a few days in trying to do so, and so I can't get the mics to work. So hopefully you guys can hear me well through my videos, and hopefully you can't hear a lot of the background sound. What the mic does is it takes some of that heavy background sound out of, like the noise and stuff, the chirps and stuff of the birds and stuff like that. It takes that out of the video. So hopefully this is not noisy and it's a lot clearer and you guys can hear me well. Anyway, I am gonna jump into it this morning because it's nice and cool. It's gonna be a hot one today, so I'm out here really early. The sun is not even up yet, and I'm gonna get started and get this done. So this is my pollinated garden right over here, and the first thing I want to start with is this beautiful bright green or gold, it's an ornamental arborvitae. Now this guy, when I bought this plant, it was really small and I moved it so many times, and then for some reason it ended up in the back here in my pollinated garden. But you know what, although I believe it's not a pollinating plant, I just love it. The little bit of structure of that bright green in this corner looks really nice. So I like it in this corner, and so far it's been thriving in this corner. So absolutely love it. At times it gives me these little, it's like a little white flower or berry or something, really hard, and it comes out. I don't want to pull it out, but yeah, but it gives me these beautiful little white, like this. I don't know what you call this, but it comes all over the plant and make it look so much more prettier. It's already pretty and it looks so much more prettier in this corner. So absolutely love it. It's thriving in this corner, so it's gonna stay here. Just looks beautiful. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now over here I have the First Love speed wheel, and this guy has been doing really good, but for some reason I don't know if the irrigation at the bottom had stopped working, or they wasn't getting, I would say they wasn't getting enough water, and this started to wilt a lot. So I'm now trying to, the past couple of days, I'm now trying to keep up with water to help some of these plants. But yeah, First Love speed wheel, beautiful plant. Love the blooms. It's always filled with pollinators, but I guess I need to put some more water to help, you know, the root system and help this to look a whole lot better. The good thing about the weather, it's starting to cool down, so these plants are gonna die back, and for sure next spring I'm gonna be able to keep up with the water, because I'm gonna definitely put enough irrigation in this entire garden to make sure that these plants are not doing some of the things they're doing. You know, every year you learn from different plants, what you need to do or what you don't need to do. So this is one of those moments, but beautiful plants. And when I come around here, there's also the purple blooming and the white blooming. So these are also speed wheel. As you can see, this one is doing a whole lot better. I trellis it because what it tends to do is flop over heavily, and I don't like to flop over on the ground, so I put it into a trellis. Maybe by next spring, if I put other plants next to it, like plants, other flowers are gonna kind of hold up the bloom stalks so it doesn't fall over this bad, because I don't know if I'm gonna leave the trellis in here, but we will see. But this one looks really nice, and this one gets a lot of bees, a lot of them. Even the bumblebees are on this one, and pretty soon I know it's gonna get the pollinators already. I have the white right below, and the white haven't been doing so great either, and that's because of, I would say it's water neglect. Again, I'm keeping up with the water now, so I think it's kind of helping the plant. But what I probably need to do is, for some of them, I probably just need to clip them back just a little bit, at least to help them maybe give me another flush of blooms, or to help them look better. But right now, yeah. Over here, I have the Osmanthus gushiki. This plant is a really nice plant. I do love the texture on it. I like the two color that it gives me, and it does throw up these little bloom stalks as well. That looks really, really nice. I think there's a lot of new growth on it, and it's also, I think it has a little bit of the bloom stalk. Actually, no. They're gone, but there's a lot of new growth on it, which I absolutely love, because I want this plant to just fill in this area here and look really nice. You see this against the yellow, and it just looks really nice in my eyes. I have some cone flowers besides this as well. They're out of bloom. I need to clip off the dead blooms to help this as well. I'm about to add some more flowers, so I gotta choose my locations where I'm gonna add these flowers, but looking absolutely gorgeous. Over here I have this is a hydrangea. I have 3 of them in this space, and these are the little lime hydrangea. Now some of them are blooming again because they haven't been getting enough water. Some of them were struggling a little bit, but I would say these are doing pretty good. They have a little bit of blooms. Let me go around this side. Let's see. Let's see if I could cut in between here. Or I can show you this one. So, same thing. Little lime hydrangea. This one is blooming. And this one is standing pretty good on its own. I have one more right over here. These are all hydrangeas. I had to cut in between so you can actually see them. This one is blooming as well when you look at this, but I can tell that they had a lot of neglect with water, so some of them were struggling to put out their blooms. By now there would have been blooming a whole lot more, but yeah, they had the little struggles, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna do better. We're gonna do better. Over here we have the gold mop cypress. This cypress have been moved multiple times already. Again, it's not a plant that you want to really put in a pollinated garden, but it's doing so good in this area. A lot of these plants had the struggles, and so when I put them in some areas, they're doing really good. And this is one of those plants that I brought it over here some time ago, maybe like, I think maybe about 2 years ago. And it's starting to show a whole lot of progress in this area, so I left it here. Okay, I don't want to bite my tongue on the name of this plant. This is the tag. It's still on here. It gives you some beautiful orange berries. Some would consider the berries red. Let me see if I can block the sun and turn the camera in a different angle. The sun is coming up, so now I gotta try to do this in different angles. But this is it. This is another one that I put into this area, and it is thriving. I had it in my south garden bed and it wasn't doing so well. And when I put it over here, it's like, wow, this works. Things are happening. It looks beautiful. Love it. Now, I did talk about the beautiful berries, but I am yet to see those berries. I haven't seen any so far on this plant. I don't know if they come at spring or summer. I want to believe it comes at spring time. I should have read the tag a little bit more, but can't wait to see the berries. So this one is a sangria floral berry. I think that's the name of this one. Again, struggling because of neglect of water, but this is doing pretty good. It is doing well. I can see the berries. It had during the spring, it gives you these beautiful blooms. I see the blooms every single time. It looks very pretty. The plant has progressed. It's gotten a whole lot bigger. Hopefully next year it gets a little bit more height on it, but it's doing so good. Always looks beautiful. I do have a couple of stems that don't have any leaves on it, but when I touch the stems, they're not dead. They're still live stems. It's just the leaves that are off, so I'm gonna leave it alone, and hopefully next spring it does a whole lot better. Excited. Over here I have the golden ticket. I think it says privet. Golden ticket privet. Let's see. Yes, it is the golden ticket privet. This guy, during the spring, it brings up some nice little white blooms, looking gorgeous. So I know it's a spring bloomer. And again, this was struggling. You could tell that it was struggling. Lately, I've started putting a lot of water on it because I think it's, again, water. I think everything that I mentioned in this video got a little neglect on water, and so that's where the struggle is. So for every plant that doesn't look its healthy self, I think it's water. It just has to do with water, because that's where I fell down on a lot of these plants. So but considering not getting any water, they're doing good. Some of them, yes, looks, they lost a lot of leaves, or they look way too small, or they're not giving me enough blooms. But again, water, water, water. I know there's nothing else. I've fertilized them, I've cleaned them up. It's water, no doubt about that. Here now I have the autumn twist rhododendron. This blooms pink, looks beautiful during the spring. See, I think I really do love this plant for its bloom stock, the leaf structure as well. It just, yeah, it just haven't grown on me yet, but it's standing there. It looks beautiful. Everything about this plant looked good. I think it's just me having to take to it. Anyway, we're gonna keep taking care of it to make sure it does what it needs to do. Over here I have the viburnum. This guy blooms with some white blooms. It looks like, how do I describe? It looks like snow, but not really. But it blooms during the spring. After the spring, it looks like a wild bush. That I can surely tamed a little bit, but so far I just left it alone, and it's growing, and I can't wait to see those blooms during the spring again. But it is doing pretty good. We got the arborvitaes behind them that is giving me that little privacy that I want. I can't wait for them to get bigger, but they're doing amazing as well. Let's come around here. These guys are doing really good. Really, really good. 3 of them. The only thing I always wonder about these plants is, did I give them enough space to do what they need to do? You know, but they look beautiful in this area. And I can't wait to see, like, when they get that tall structure coming up. It's already doing its thing. And you know it's going to get wider. And I believe when it gets wider, it's going to touch each other and close in. And that's kind of what I wanted to do, because then I will have more privacy in this space here. So if I'm sitting back here in a chair or on a bench or something like that, nobody's really going to be able to tell what I'm doing, you know, stuff like that. So I can't wait to see this fill in a lot more and do what it needs to do. But I really do think it have enough space in it. At least I hope so. I missed the plant back here. Let's get back here. Okay, so these 2. There's 2 of them. This one, and I moved one over there. These are silver sword azaleas. Now these azaleas, I love them for the color. When I bought them, it wasn't for the blooms that they gave me. Although they bloom very beautifully during the spring. It gives you a nice, it's like a bright pink, a red, I will say. It's a red bloom. And it looks really pretty, but I do love the plant for the structure of the leaves, that two-tone color. I love plants that have that nice two-tone color. It just simply looks beautiful to me. Anyway, what I notice about this plant, during the spring when it's coming up, you got to pay close attention, because sometimes when it gives you new growth, the new growth will come like just green. It won't have the 2 colors. And for me, what I did was I just went, I just take my clippers and clip off any green growth so that it will push it back into this 2-tone color. And that's what's been happening. It's been giving me the 2-tone. But again, if you get that little green on your plant, then you need to clip it off. Otherwise, the plant is going to continue to give you that green growth instead of the 2 color. And that's if you like azaleas, because I've listened to so many videos that some people are not a fan of azaleas, but I love azaleas. I have quite a few of them. I maybe have about 4 or 5 azalea in my yard, and I love them, absolutely love them. But yes, looks gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So between the arborvitaes, I have 3 pink dianthus. And these dianthus, I love them because they bloom all through spring through summer, late spring through summer. You get blooms all the time. Now it needs a little bit of cut back and trimmed up, and that I constantly keep doing. When you cut them back a little bit and take off like the dead blooms and stuff, they continuous start to bloom again. So they always have bloom on them. That's what I love about this. The sun has been really heavy on these plants, so you can see it's kind of dried out a little bit, but I've been putting a lot of water, making sure they're doing good. But as you can see, they're still blooming their heads off. And I know if I trim them up a little bit more, which I'm gonna do today, if I trim them up a little more, they're gonna send me another flush of blooms, which I love to see, because these are my little bit of color in this pollinated garden. And again, you see a lot of bees and pollinators just in the garden. That helps it to stay beautiful. These are the Dwarf Coreopsis. I have 3 of them in this area that you can see the green on it. It blooms during the spring, I believe, because I didn't see any blooms during the summer. But it bloomed during the spring, and then it went to this nice little green mop right there on the floor. And I mean, in the garden, I said on the floor. But it went to this nice little green mop and nothing else after that. So I clipped the dead blooms, and I still didn't see any blooms come back. So maybe this is how it's supposed to be. I don't know. But it looks nice and fluffy and green in that corner. So I am still loving it. If it's a spring bloomer, then I am excited to see the blooms again, once again next spring. So it's doing pretty good. I do have annuals tucked in different spot, and when I'm planting again, I might have to pull out some of the annuals. But yeah, did we get through all these plants? I did when, oh, I'm missing a couple. Let's see, this one is, what is this one? I couldn't remember by heart. Let's see. Oh, Sonic Bloom Pink. So this is the Sonic Bloom. Of course, it blooms pink. That's what it says. Last spring, I got beautiful blooms on this guy, and it has grown a lot. Love it. I actually love these guys, but also, so the one thing I noticed in my planting, because I love the pink bloom so much, I love pink and yellow. What I realized, behind the pink, I put yellow, which is gorgeous during the spring, but I also got some more pink over here. And that, I gotta try to mix up the colors. So in this area, maybe some blue or purple or something, you know, to kind of pull the colors a little bit, because there's too much pink in this corner and I don't want to move anything. It just looks pretty. And then over here I got to put some more colors in here, because then we have a red bloomer and we also have a pink bloomer over there. So this one blooms pink, these blooms red. So I got to break it up a little bit. Oh, I forgot the orange rocket barberry. So I remember when I got this barberry, I wanted it so bad, and I wanted it because I've seen it in so many videos and it looks gorgeous, you know, but a lot of people that planted it in a mass planting. So it looks really nice in mass planting, but I didn't really have the space for it, but I wanted it so bad. So I bought one and I put it in this area, because I felt like I didn't have different areas to put it in. And that's why it ended up in this corner. I wanted to move it. Honestly, I don't know where to move it to, because there's so much space that gets full sun, or full sun, you know, part sun, part shade. And this is a plant that needs full sun. So that's the reason that ended up right there. So I think I'm going to leave it there. I don't think I'm going to move it. If I move it, I'm going to just shift it over. I needed this little piece of pathway here, just up to the bird bath, to like to walk through. Am I gonna leave it like this? I don't know. I keep thinking I need the walk through, but do I really? I mean, the bed is not that big, so maybe I could just fill it up with plants. We'll see. And then over here I do have a lilac. Now these lilacs are gonna get really big. I think it's gonna get about 5 foot tall. Let me see the tag. Oh, brother. So I just looked at the tag, and I know when I plant it, I look at the tag as well, and I'm going to tell you what I was thinking. So I just looked at the tag, and it's going to get 5 foot wide, but it's going to get at least 7 foot tall. Now, this is what I was thinking when I planted here. So let's just step back for a minute so I can really show you what I'm thinking. Okay, so I just talked about the arborvitaes giving me that nice privacy right here, and I figure I needed something right here that really fills in, that is going to give me that structure right there. Can you see it? Can you see it? Let's see. There we go. So I wanted that structure right there, and that's the reasons why I put the lilac there, because I know that's gonna fill in this entire area and just give me that nice structure right there. And of course it's gonna be a gorgeous color. We all love purple, okay? We all love that lilac color, you know? So just imagine those beautiful leaves Nice little, I love the little shiny leaves. Like the leaves is so good. Look at that. The leaves are gonna look so good. Imagine those leaves in a beautiful color and just filled in right here. And it's gonna bloom spring through summer. So of course, that's the reason why I plugged it in there. And I just remember that. And then of course in front of it, once again, we're gonna have a lot more pretty things. So we're gonna have that kind of layer. You're gonna have your backdrop. It's gonna be your lilac, your arborvitaes and stuff. And this is gonna fill them back there and make it look pretty. And then in front of it is gonna have all your different colors over here. A nice low. It's not gonna get too tall. None of these plants in front here are gonna get too tall. And it's just gonna look really nice. Okay? So now we're gonna talk about the plants that I'm gonna be plugging in here. So it's not a lot. Let's go ahead and plug them in place, and then yeah, we'll talk about them after. Now I've placed all the plants where I want them to go. And of course we're gonna start with the pink. Now this pink is a Gaura. I do have some more Gauras. I have white Gaura in my front yard that I would like to move, but I'm not sure where I'm putting them yet. And it might be in this area as well. But these Gauras, I'm gonna put them right here. So I wanna put them next to the red and the yellow and stuff. That gives it a little bit more contrast to the color, and also make it look really beautiful. I don't wanna put pink over this side again over here, because I do have a lot of pink over there. And remember, this guy here is gonna bloom pink as well. So between that pink, this red, and the yellow to the front, I think I have a balance. I hope I have a balance. So that's why I'm saying that I'm gonna put the Gaura over here. I know I have a lot of pink and yellows, but I think it looks so gorgeous. So these are the Denver Daisy Rudbeckia. So I felt like, again, the yellow Rudbeckias in front here with the little pink and red beside it. Doesn't that look nice? Yes, I know it's a lot of pink. I'm trying to put some more colors in there. And then over here, I have blue. These are the Sentimental blue balloon flowers. These are gonna get 18 inches tall. So I think I'm gonna like shift them down a little bit more instead of putting them in front of, yeah. So I'm gonna shift them down here so you get a blue spread of this. And since I'm planting 3, they should look really, really pretty during the spring and summer. So I do have some colors in there. I'm trying to really think about it as I plug them in. So I got the pink, I got the yellow, I got blue. Over here I have some more red and yellow, and we're gonna go over there and see what that is. These are some more Coreopsis, red elf, I think it's the name. But look at that yellow center. Once again, yellow. But this one have a lot more red. So now we're gonna have a balance over here with the Coreopsis over there. And then, so we have yellow and red. Then we have yellow over here. And then we have pink over there. So both over there is pink. We got some yellow, and then we got some yellow and red. Then again, this is blooming red. We got pink over here. Then we have blue over here. I'm just trying to balance the colors. I can tell the sun is coming up well, because now the fountain is starting to do its thing. Although I need to add some more water to it. I also need to clean it. So I think I'm gonna clean it once I'm finished planting all these plants. Anyway, I got some yellow over here, I got pink, and now we got between here we got some red once again. Let's see over here. Okay, so I was trying to look at the container to see what kind of red it is, but this guy is also a dianthus. I couldn't see the red because how they scratched it out. That one was a sale plant, so you know sometimes they put the marker anyhow on the pot when they're just scratching it out, and that's one of the things that is going on there. But I know it's a dianthus, so I'm gonna try to look it up a little bit more so I can really know what kind of red it is. But again, it is a dianthus. Anyway, if I step back, you're gonna be looking at the colors. You're gonna see some nice yellow, some red, some pink, some more yellow in the distance, and then when you go around to the front, you're gonna see all the blues and the different other colors. Okay, so I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm confident that I'm doing pretty good. What I'm gonna do now is plant these guys up and then show you all what it looks like once I am finished planting up. Right now there's several butterflies just swirling around. I was able to catch, I think, about 2 of them, a yellow and a black. And I was able to catch them really up close and in person. So I'm gonna just tuck that in my video because that looks so cute. So cute. Anyway, so I am finished plugging in all the plants. I did started to video me planting them, and what happened, my phone needed to be charged. I didn't realize it wasn't fully charged, and so I had to take it in so it can charge, and then I continue planting. And now I'm going to show you guys what everything looks like. And so I believe that it just looks beautiful in my eyes, because the little bit of plant that I tucked in, one, it makes the area look a lot more fuller, and then the colors just look really pretty. So I'm trying to come out of the sun so the video would be a lot better with just the like the daylight, sort of, without the sun beaming in the video. But look at that, the little bit of red and yellow right here, and then we come down here and you have that little bit of blue. And then behind there is what, during the spring, you're gonna have this guy here blooming red, and this one is gonna bloom pink, of course. And then we have a little bit more pink over here. You know me and pink. I gotta start tucking some more colors versus pink and yellow, but we got some blue, so that's a good start. Then I have, of course, the yellow right there. In this area here, just simply looks full. You know, I keep saying I'm gonna stay away from pink and yellow, but those are the 2 colors I keep ending up with, pink and yellow, because they look so bright and they look beautiful, you know. But I'm gonna try to start tucking. Another color that I use a lot is purple, pink, yellow, and purple, because they're such bright, vibrant colors, and they make the space look so beautiful. But anyway, I'm gonna do my best in trying to add some more colors versus just the 3 of those colors. We'll see. Anyway, doesn't that look full and beautiful? I know I gotta clean. I am not really good with cleaning bird baths. Like, once it's full with water, the water look clean, and the birds still come over there and drink the water. I think the bowl is dark, but the water is still clean, so they come and they drink the water. And y'all, there's so much bees and butterfly. I don't know if you could see over there, the butterflies are swarming over there, and then there's so much bees. Like, once I was finished planting, the bees start to take over, I guess because the sun is up, and everybody is just, I am loving it. I am loving it. This is strictly for my pollinating garden, and I just love it. I love to see the bees and the butterflies and stuff in between here. It just looks beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I am loving this area. I still have a few more plants that I need to put down, not in this area. I'm gonna put it elsewhere because, again, they're yellow. So I'm gonna put it in different areas, but over here just looks simply nice. If I find any other plants that I want to just tuck in, I might be moving, oh my goodness, what's the name? There's some plants in my front garden that I might be moving, and I might tuck it in right here because they're really pollinating plants. Or maybe I'm going to tuck them on the other side, on the south side of my garden, depending on where I have the space. So right now the focus really is just this pollinating area, and I am enjoying this space already. It's like preparing for spring once again. I am enjoying this space. I wanted to tuck some more flowers in between here, but I'm thinking about it because I know the sun, these little pockets are going to be blocked by the arborvitae when it comes to sunlight. So maybe the south side sun that faces this side, maybe you're gonna get some sun in between here and over there. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna watch to see how the sun pocketed in between these plants to know whether I want to put something there that is full sun or something that is part sun, part shade. I'm gonna really pay attention to that. But I absolutely love how this look. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. So I had one sedum, and honestly I was saving it for the front yard because I have some sedum in the front yard. But I thought this little pocket here would benefit very well from a little bit of sedum. So, and since I didn't have any sedum in this area, I'm like, okay. And pollinators love the sedum too, so I decided to put it right in there, and still looks nice. Still look really nice. Guys, I am tired now and a little sweaty, okay, because the sun came up and caught me in the garden. So now I'm sweating, I'm tired. The heat does make you tired. Anyway, if you got just a little bit of something from this video, whether it was the little bit of planting or the explanation on the plants, something you may not have known, if you enjoy this video altogether and love the pollinating garden like I do, please do remember to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Remember to click on the bell for notifications, so when I post my videos every week, you'll be one of the first to see it. I hope you guys really did enjoy this, because I really did enjoy doing it. The space looks so beautiful, and I can't wait for next year. All right, guys. Bye for today, and hope to see you in my next video.